In just under 12 months, I built my dream life. This was a photo from my vision board. I wanted to book a cruise and pay for it using the money I made in my business. And this is a photo of my actual life after I paid for that cruise and went on a cruise to the Bahamas. It's kind of crazy that you can build your dream life if you're willing to put in the work. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly the steps I took to make this happen, how I designed the vision board that made these things happen, and then exactly how you can too. You're probably wondering, why is this girl on YouTube credible to talk about vision boards or how to build your dream life? A little bit over a year ago, I put this photo of moving into a minimalistic space on my vision board, and now in the last year, actually in the last year and a half, 2 years, I've lived in 3 different houses. I moved out when I was 18, now I'm 19, I'm renting an adorable cottage, but the cottage I'm renting looks almost identical to the photo of a house I wanted on my vision board, and I made that happen as well. So not only did I book a solo cruise and then I took a friend with me, I also moved into my dream cottage because first I put it on the vision board and then I'll lay out how I took action to make that happen. So that's another thing I was able to do because I followed this method. The next thing is I wanted to solo travel, and I'm actually filming this video right now from Georgia because I just booked a flight to travel here to visit a friend, which is fun. So solo traveling happened as well, and I put that on my vision board. Another thing I put on my vision board is I wanted to hit a $10,000 a month in my online coaching business and through all the income streams that come off my social media. And when I wrote that down, I thought that was delusional. I also made that happen. So I've hit multiple over $10,000 months in my online business. And I also wrote down I wanted 20,000 followers on TikTok. Now I have over 25,000 followers on TikTok. I also, a little bit over a year ago, thought I wanted to be delusional and write down the fact that I wanted to become a paid public speaker. At the time, I thought that was crazy. In the last year, I actually got paid to do a public speaking event. Although I didn't do an in-person speaking event, I did a public speaking event for an online group over Zoom. So I count that as a win. But the way I was able to do all this is because of the method I lay out in this video. So I'm gonna break it down into step-by-step action items, but the first thing you're gonna need is a free Canva account and a Pinterest account. So 2 things to get you started. So inside of your Canva account, you're gonna use Canva's whiteboard feature. I absolutely love Canva's whiteboard feature. And then you're also gonna use a blank Canva PowerPoint. So that's what I did to build my vision board. I built my vision board in a blank Canva PowerPoint. And now you're gonna go to Pinterest and get oddly specific on what does your dream life look like. So start looking up pictures in niches of where you wanna improve, where you wanna get yourself to, whether that's fitness or wealth or relationships. I find the 3 best categories to look at for building your dream life is health, wealth, and relationships. So think about those 3 categories and then ask yourself, what do you want in each of those categories? So what I recommend doing is first go on Pinterest, pull some images that inspire you, and drop those onto the blank PowerPoint slide inside Canva. So that's step 1. Get a general gist of the dream life you want to build. Now step 2 is take out a piece of paper and write down health, wealth, and relationships. And now write down in what areas you want to improve your health, in what areas you want to improve your wealth, and in what areas you want to improve your relationships. I find that it's best to do about 3 things in each category. I find that's an achievable amount in a year, it's easy to structure, and that'll set you up for long-term success. So now that you've got those written down, I would definitely encourage you to pause this video, take out a piece of paper, and write down health, wealth, and relationships with 3 goals in each. Because it's one thing to be the type of person that watches a video like this and watching this video does nothing. The way you're gonna build your dream life is by taking action. So seriously, pause right now. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes and then come back to this video after you write down the 3 things in the categories of health, wealth, and relationships, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, awesome. Now that you've gotten those things written down in your 3 categories, I want you to take those things, put those on your desk, take out your laptop again or your computer, and pull over the final images from Pinterest onto that Canva whiteboard. or onto that Canva PowerPoint. It's totally up to you whether you want to use the Canva whiteboard feature to build your vision board or the Canva PowerPoint feature. Both of them, it's a mind map in Canva that you can throw images on, but take those 9 goals you have written out and grab images for all of them and put them on that Canva document. Now what you're gonna do is on that Canva document, drag over text and type in text on top of each image saying exactly what that is. For example, if I have a photo of a fit girl in a gym, instead of me looking at that and thinking, wow, I want to be someone that goes to the gym, like I want to be fit, I want to have like abs, I want to look super amazing. Instead of thinking that does nothing for you, what you need to do is write down, go to the gym 3 times a week. What's the actual action it would take to get there? So write text on top of all the photos, and I'm going to give an example of my vision board here, that way you guys can look at it, but put text on all of the photos and get oddly specific as to what those goals are, because if you're not specific, you're never going to achieve it. The only way I was able to book a cruise is because I knew that was a non-negotiable that I was making happen this year. Now that you've got your board inside Canva and it's got tons of photos on it, and every photo is labeled with a text description that's simple, that explains the photo, now what I'm going to have you do is either screenshot that, keep it on your desktop, or print it, go to Staples, get it printed, print it on your home printer, amazing. What you're now going to do is break those photos and that text into daily action items. So this is the key to building your dream life. I looked at my vision board and I looked at the fact that I wanted to hit my first $10,000 a month in my business, and I wanted to travel, and I wanted to book like a first class flight, and then I looked at, okay, what do I have to do every single day to make those things happen? So for my business, I realized I needed to post 2 videos on TikTok every day, non-negotiable. I needed to post on Instagram every single day. I needed to send emails to clients. So I got very specific on what's the action I need to do every single day to make those things happen. And now what you're gonna do, so you've got that piece of paper with the 9 main goals you have written down. Now on the bottom half of that paper, or inside your notes document, write down the daily action items that you're gonna need to do to make those goals a reality. So for me, instead of looking at like, oh, I wanna be fit like that girl in the photo, I wrote down, go to the gym for a minimum of 20 minutes. Make it oddly specific. Don't just say go to the gym. Say go to the gym at 3 p.m. for at least 20 minutes. Or go to the gym at 7 p.m. for at least 2 hours. Pick specifics, assign times to them, and make it so clear that you know when you're failing and you know when you're succeeding. Like, I knew days when I fell short of that goal because it was so oddly clear as it was written down. So now I would encourage you to spend a good 20 minutes here and write down all the daily action items it's gonna take in order to make your goals a reality. So another example is I would write down things like, if I wanted to book a first class flight, that's gonna come down to the ability that my business is making really good money, that way I can afford that. So that means that my number 1 priority when I wake up in the morning is log into emails, respond to clients, post content online, grow my influence, and that became an action item that I had to do every day. So pause this video again here and write down, what do you have to do every single day to make those goals a reality? Okay, now that you've gotten those action items written down, this is the key part. So you have the vision, you have the action items, now it's about implementing the action items into your actual life. So what you're gonna do is you're going to write those goals into your calendar. Personally, I use Google Calendar, and I will schedule in those tasks. So schedule in your gym session, schedule in the time when you email clients, schedule in the time when you go grocery shopping and buy organic produce, schedule in the time that you're listening to affirmational music, schedule the time that you're going to church, schedule the time when you're doing those goals in order to build your dream life. So write it on your Google Calendar. That way, every day that you hit those goals, you feel accomplished, and every day you don't hit those goals, you literally see it on your calendar as like, wow, I fell short today. Yes, that sounds a little drastic, but I honestly don't care. Like, if you want to build your dream life, you have to be willing to put in the work and be very clear on the vision and the place you want to get to, so put it on your calendar. So now that all my goals are scheduled on my Google Calendar, I know the action items I need to take every single day to build that dream lifestyle. The next thing I do, which is basically just firming up that Google Calendar idea, is I downloaded the app on my phone called Me Plus, and I'll drop a photo on screen here, that way you know which app to download. But I also wrote my daily goals into that app. That way every single day I can log into the app, check off the fact that I'm getting all my goals completed, and then every day you get like this little progress bar, and it feels amazing when you finish those things. So now you've got 2 security systems to make sure that your daily action items get completed. And honestly, because you're setting such high goals, even if you fall a little bit short, that is okay. For example, some days I'm not going to the gym. And some days I'm taking time to breathe and I'm not on 7 hours of Zoom calls, and that's okay because my goals are set so high. I know that even if I fall 10% below my goals, I'm still going to be a very high performer because my goals are way higher than I'd say what the average person is assigning for their life. But I do like to frame my goals as like, I don't care what other people are doing, I care about how I'm building my life. So I try to not compare my life to like the lives of other people or the goals other people are setting, but I do like setting them very, very high. That way when naturally you fall a little bit below them potentially, it's not make or break because your goals are so high, you're still like overperforming at this level. So that's gonna be the next step of write it in your Google Calendar, get the Me Plus app and write down those action items. Now, and this is the important part, action. I need you to do those habits every single day for 1 year. And at the end of 1 year, your life will be completely different. So the way I was able to book a cruise is because I grew my TikTok following enough to sign enough clients, to save enough money, and on my vision board was like, get crystal clear on my finances, send X number of dollars a month into my high yield savings account and into my retirement account. So all those things happened, and that was what enabled me to book that cruise or start renting my house, because I was able to make enough money because I was putting in enough work and taking enough action. So it's one thing to like make a vision board. A vision board alone isn't going to do anything for you, but acting on the vision board and getting crystal clear on your goals will. So that is exactly how I build my dream life. So I would encourage you to pause this video, rewatch it, like get crystal clear on writing these things down, because in less than 15 minutes, and this video is going to be less than 15 minutes, you can change your entire life for the next year, which is crazy. So I'm actually making my vision board for 2024 now, which is really exciting, and I can't wait to make all those photos a reality. I'm excited for you. Drop what your goals are in the comment section. That way we can motivate each other, because I do think having community is really important part of building your goals. And feel free to watch this video as many times as you need. That way you can write these things down, because trust me, these steps work. It helped me build my dream life, and I'm happy to help you build your dream life as well. For everyone that wants self-improvement tips to build your dream life and increase your income, subscribe to my channel, and I'm more than happy to help you get there.